What are some tips and tricks for arguing with idiots? Take time to make sure you are not the idiot. Edit. Thanks so much for the golden narwhal. Don't. I was going to say don't. But clearly that's been covered. Then I read the last guy say just say okay to everything and watch them self-destruct. You might actually get a little further along with this method if you implement Socratic method and just ask them questions. The point is not to get to a gotcha moment from you, but come from a place of genuine curiosity, otherwise they may get defensive if they feel they are being manipulated. Either they will wind themselves up until they figure out they really don't know what they are talking about, or you will have a better understanding of where they're coming from. Ask another idiot to argue with them. Expect to constantly have to steer them back to the crux of the argument. Be prepared to refute any spurious sources and to back up your own facts with genuine sources. Pick your battles, because there will be many occasions where you will be told we will just have to agree to differ and that's just your opinion. Don't always expect that the idiot will understand your logic. Think of it like playing chess with a pigeon. Chances are, the pigeon will knock over all the pieces, poop on the board and then fly back to its flock to claim victory. Pee on them to assert your dominance. It's kinda unpopular, but be as polite and as calm as you can. Intelligent people can sometimes act like idiots when arguing with idiots. This applies to the internet as well. Presumably the only reason you're arguing with an idiot is because you love them. Instead of arguing, try to find common ground on something and agree not to discuss the subject further. No reason to disturb the relationship about something like an argument. If the person you're arguing with is in a position of power over you and the argument concerns things like punishment, try to carefully lay out why you believe the punishment does not align with the action performed. Tread very lightly here, because a slip-up could very well result in more punishment. Furthermore, ensure that the subject you're discussing is something that is in fact open or logical to discuss. Try to see it from the other person's point of view, because they obviously believe that what they're doing is right for a reason. Complex imagination is a gift. Use it to your advantage in this case. Overall, idiot's gonna idiot. There's nothing you can do to solve that. But make sure that you're not an idiot back. That's something you can control. Don't argue with an idiot. They will drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. Humor them. Know the subject very well. And ask genuine questions. Take an interest in them. Let go of your grandiose right and wrong bullpoop for just a single moment and see the human life in front of you, with all its failings, successes, and potential. The mind can only be changed one specific point at a time. And that point can only be successfully prevailed upon when the receiver is receiving instead of defending. The giver is giving instead of attacking. In other words, don't argue with an idiot, because arguing is for freaking idiots. Also, you'll change a million more hearts and minds by example than you will by any other tack. Source: I am an idiot. I get argued with a lot. You smart people really have no idea what you're dealing with. If you get emotionally invested, you're going to look and feel like every bit the idiot that I am. You can't fix stupid. Walk away. Beliefs form your value system, and your values form your opinions. Try to find out if you disagree about something fundamental, belief level, or just an opinion on an issue. Value or opinion level. Two people might disagree about motorcycle helmet laws, but they both might fundamentally agree that people should wear motorcycle helmets. But if you fundamentally disagree, you're likely wasting time arguing about the opinion part of it. For example, when I feel an argument coming on, I tell the person, look, I believe that the Bible is the word of God, and I base all my decisions on that. So if you don't believe that, it will be a waste of time to argue. Just keep asking them questions. Make them realize they can't even explain themselves. Remember that they're a person. 2. There's a reason that they believe what they believe, even if it's ignorant. Don't view idiots as people that you need to put down. See them as people who need to be helped or taught. Point out logical fallacies in the most polite way that you can. If you're rude or mean, they're less likely to listen to you and will be more defensive. The general rule of thumb when debating with anyone is that they're more likely to listen to you if you can at least try to understand and be gentle with them. If you can't convince them, just drop it. Or come back to once enough time has passed. If they have managed to climb out of the hole they dug, they'll look back and thank you. Never argue with a fool. Onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. Mark Twain. There's only one real way to make an idiot change their mind, and that's for them to change it themselves. Knowing that, you must ask a lot of questions. Do not accept surface answers. If you're calm enough and can pull it off, fake sincerity and curiosity. Bolster the idea that you're willing to accept that they are right. Remember that they will desperately pivot to anything that you do wrong. You have to feed their ego while sucking the life out of them. Continue to ask for clarification or for practical examples until their ideas self-implode. Ultimately, you have to remember that there will rarely be a good outcome. They will fight till the death to maintain their ideas of self-superiority that their judgments afford them. They take no joy in humility. They don't take challenges well. And they may see your willingness to learn as a white flag, after which they may pack up their poop and go home, so to speak. At the end of the day, you will lose. Only work as hard as you are willing to help them. Listen to their position. Find something you can agree with or state that you understand. And use Socratic questioning to have them provide a reason why they're wrong. Also try to include personally relevant information. Facts can be thrown in, but they need to be gently folded in. Example, they poor people are taking welfare and they lie and take advantage. I'm sick of lazy people getting paid my tax money. Yes. I really think the government could do better with how they use tax money. Personal connection. Have you ever met someone who received government assistance? What was their situation? Oh. It sounds like they were really in a bind. Facts. I wonder how many people receive welfare. I wonder how much they get. Have you ever lived on that much money a month? Don't let them change the subject until you're ready. A lot of times people won't acknowledge they were wrong and change the subject. But what about? Nothing gets resolved that way. Just tell them you won't enter into a battle of wits with an unarmed person. Have your balls hanging out while maintaining strict eye contact. If you try to have a stupid argument with a stupid person, they will beat you with experience. If you're arguing about petty stuff facts, just always say yes. Option 1. You were right all along and they'll eventually find out and they'll feel like an idiot. Option 2. You were wrong and you admitted that before they could rub it in your face. Use terms like false equivalency or ad hominem. Realize they're an idiot and spare yourself the aggravation. It's not really good, but something fun to do when arguing with someone who's determined to debate you on a topic you'd really rather not discuss with their crusty, misanthropic ass, is seeing how dumb you can convince them you are. It's trolling. Pure and simple. But it's really funny and not nearly as taxing as trying to convince them that the globe industry isn't a mass conspiracy. If it's an unavoidable argument, I like to idiot back. Just crazy random poop that doesn't apply any more than what they're saying does. Then I try to look triumphant at the end of every response. It's worked as often as logic has, and it's a lot more fun. If they're a narcissist, just ignore them and they'll see they're not getting the reaction they want and they'll explode. They'll realize they look crazy and stfoo. Do it in writing. Over the course of a week, where you have the opportunity to reference exactly what they said in the past, and provide strong sources to ruin their argument and bolster yours. It will take a lot of time, At the end, either they will agree that their argument is untenable and change their mind, agree their argument is untenable but still not change their mind, often citing differences in opinion values, or they will give up, which is different, but not change their mind, often looks like they're no longer engaging the conversation. This is assuming it is an argument of fact and you are actually correct. Also, note that differences of values opinion are valid-ish. Just say okay with literally every comment they throw at you. Watch them self-destruct. Don't bother or try to keep the conversation short. When arguing with a fool, first make sure the other person isn't doing the same thing. Tell them they are right and end the conversation. If they insist, you tell them again you are right. It's pointless to argue with idiots. What are you trying to do? Change their minds? Don't waste your time. Find a brick wall and smash your head into it repeatedly. Don't argue with idiots. All they will do is drag you down to their level. Then they will beat you with their experience.
Hi there. Look, if you enjoyed the video, well, why not go ahead and hit that like and subscribe to Reddit Stories. In fact, if you want to see even more responses to this thread, well then, take a look. There's the link in the description below. And remember, show some love to those authors while you're there. And I look forward to seeing you next time.